yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, what's good? We back with another video. Shit, today about to be reacting to a hip hop daily. This the rappers' murders that went unsolved. You feel me? So if y'all niggas new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on all my social medias and shit. I'ma have that shit at the top of the screen and shit, bro. But shit, before we even get into the video, I want to say RIP to everybody that's in this shit, you feel me? This shit might have one of y'all favorite rappers in this shit, you feel me? I don't even know who in this motherfucker. I just know it got like all the rappers and shit that done passed away and all they unsolved shit. So we might learn some shit in this motherfucker, I don't even know. But we ain't gonna waste no time though, let's get in the video.
A rapper is one of the most dangerous jobs in the world, and it seems like it's getting even harder for artists to survive out there. Most rapper murders get solved pretty fast because the shooters leave a ton of evidence behind. But today, we're breaking down the biggest artists in the game who were tragically killed and never had their murders solved. Let's get right into it. Draco the Ruler was one of the best West Coast rappers of his generation.
Draco shit, I definitely remember Draco shit. That shit was all over like Worldstar, Instagram when that shit happened. I think that shit happened at like a concert and shit. You really don't hear about too many rappers and shit getting killed at places they performing at and shit on, bro. But they said, I think it was between like him and YG Crew or some shit popped off or something and bro done got stabbed in the neck. The whole shit about that shit crazy though, bro. But let's get back in the video.
His career never blew up like it should have because he was always dealing with legal issues. And when he was finally on his way to the top, he was tragically murdered backstage at a concert. Nobody's been charged with his death, but there's rumors YG's crew was involved. According to reports, their crews ran into each other backstage, and that's when the fight broke out, and Draco ended up getting stabbed in the neck. TMZ reported that the cops were having to use mostly cell phone footage to figure out what happened, but the investigation hit a major roadblock.
This shit crazy how the motherfucking world be changing and shit, how the world came to the motherfucking police really sitting back and social media and everybody with their cameras and shit solving murders and shit on, bro. I swear that shit definitely crazy. Cause they did the same shit with the takeoff shit, you feel me? Solved the murders with everybody's phones and shit. But they said he had cameras from the little place there or whatever, but at first, everybody already knew what the fuck went on and shit, just by off the camera phones and shit. Everybody's putting two and two together on, bro.
Nobody wants to come forward and work with them. Another rumor about his murder is that it's connected to the death of a rapper named Slim 400, who was shot to death just a couple weeks earlier. Hopefully, Draco's family can get some closure over what happened, but it's gonna be tough to find answers if nobody cooperates.
When you see that pretty girl walking down the street on a beach like this, right?
JayDaYoungan is one of the hottest new rappers in the South, but back in July, he was gunned down at his crib in a brutal attack. According to his dad, Kenyatta Scott, Jay and him were sitting outside when a truck pulled up and 3 shooters hopped out. They tried to run inside the house, but that's when
that shit crazy. They still ain't solved, bro, motherfucking murder and shit. I thought that motherfucker said he had eyewitnesses. They knew the description of the car, all that shit, you feel me? But they motherfuckers ain't leading to no arrest.
Shooters came around the side of the house and started letting off shots too. Scott started shooting back, he got hit twice in the arm, and Jay was shot at least 8 times. It was a crazy shooting that happened in broad daylight, but the cops still don't have no suspects in the case. After it went down, Jay's homie, FG Famous, was allegedly arrested for shooting at someone in retaliation, but it's not clear who he was trying to take out. There were 2 other shootings in the city on the day Jay was killed, and the cops think they're connected. So tap in for updates while this tragic story develops. Indian Red Boy was a rapper from LA who was brutally murdered on IG Live last year. He was chilling in his car and chopping it up with a dude named Capone when a shooter walked up and started letting off shots. After he died, rumors started flying that Red Boy was killed because he allegedly disrespected Nipsey Hussle. But according to a dude on IG,
I know all y'all remember that shit. That shit was a big thing after Nip died. Niggas was trying to figure out who the fuck done spray painted all over bruh mural and shit. That shit was wild as fuck. If bruh really did that shit crazy. It was a video of the nigga Cowboy or some shit. I think that was like Nipsey Mans or some shit. And I think he was like checking the nigga about the shit. And then like a couple weeks after, the brother done died and shit.
That's not what really went down. He says Red Boy and his friend got into a fight in front of their homies over a girl, and Red Boy got stomped out. After the fight, Red Boy allegedly tried going after the same chick again, and that's when he was shot and killed. Killing someone on IG Live seems like an easy way to get arrested immediately, but the cops still haven't named any suspects in the case. Jimmy Wopo was a rapper from Pittsburgh affiliated with Wiz Khalifa. He was only in the rap game for a couple years, but Wopo was already racking up millions of streams and working with huge artists like 21 Savage. But before he could reach his full potential, Wopo got killed in a drive-by shooting in the Hill District neighborhood of Pittsburgh. He was on his way up in the rap game, but the cops say Wopo was heavy in the streets. He called him the Hill District Terror. After he died, cops accused WAPO of running the crew called the 11.
Bro definitely had a couple good hits, bro. I remember listening to a couple of songs back in the day. Them shits is definitely stew, you feel me? Them shits is definitely
And being involved with at least 2 other murders in the city. Nobody's ever been arrested for his murder, but if he was as savage as the cops say he was, there would have been a lot of people in the city who wanted WAPO dead. Snooty Wild was a Memphis rapper who came up in the early 2010s with his track Yayo and signed with Yo Gotti CMG label. His career simmered down for a few years, but fans were shocked. He was found in a ditch with a gunshot wound in his neck. It's not clear exactly what happened, but back in February, Snooty was found by Houston cops in a ditch by the side of the road. According to a woman who's at the scene, she was trying to get her car out of a ditch when Snooty walked up and pointed a gun at her. At some point, he started arguing with some other people standing around, and that's when a shot went off and Snooty got hit in the neck. The whole situation's pretty strange. Nobody knows why Snooty would have pointed a gun at a random woman or why somebody ended up killing him afterward. The cops are...
He damn near was on some shit with the bitch. I don't know. Could have been one of her brothers or one of her people or some shit. You know, niggas be tripping about these hoes and shit. Niggas be really dying out here about these bitches and shit. Man, fuck these hoes. I'm telling you, fuck them, nigga. Get this money, my nigga.
Looking for his killer. So tap in for updates. It's Wild Case. Goo New came up in Maryland and was known for his crazy work ethic. He put out 10 projects between 2018 and 2021 and was popping off with tracks like Stain, No Diss, Hood Rich. But in March 2022, he was tragically shot to death after getting robbed for his jewelry. Goo New's mom said all he wanted was to get his family out of the hood, but somebody killed him before he had the chance. According to her, Goo New actually handed over his watch and chain, but the killer still shot him in the back. Trying to keep your jewelry can get you killed. But even doing the smart thing in the situation and handing it over...
That shit fucked up. They know they could have let bruh live after they done took his shit. Bruh done handed his shit over. That was the whole reason bruh gave you his shit. He was trying to keep his life, you feel me? And them niggas still killed him though. They obviously knew bruh was gonna come back, retaliate some shit about that motherfucker. Niggas was definitely scared about it. Niggas was definitely scared after that shit. That's why they damn near had to kill bruh. Niggas didn't want to pay for that consequences and shit.
Don't guarantee you'll be okay. Hopefully, Goo New's family will get justice for his death, but the police still haven't named any suspects in his murder. Tupac is one of the greatest rappers of all time, but his death was so mysterious that it gets talked about by fans.
What y'all niggas think? Y'all niggas think Pac's still alive, bruh? It been so many conspiracy theories over the years and shit about bruh being dead or alive, my nigga. What y'all niggas think? Let me know in the comments, bruh. Do y'all niggas think this nigga dead or he's somewhere living good as hell on the island, my nigga?
As much as the legendary music he left behind. In September 1996, Tupac and Suge Knight left their hotel to go to Suge's Club, 662. While they was driving down the strip, a Cadillac pulled up to their car and started letting off shots. Pac got hit 4 times and was rushed to the hospital, but he tragically died a few days later. There's all kinds of rumors about who was behind the hit. Some people think Diddy took him out to put the East Coast up in
I
the...
just don't see, did Suge get hit in that incident shit? I forgot. I don't even know. I'm gonna have to look back into that shit. If Suge Knight didn't get hit in that situation and motherfucking Pac the only nigga in the car that get hit in that situation, that shit definitely blur, my nigga. That could have been on some backdoor type shit.
Against the West. Others say
Bro,
Suge...
Suge Knight was shiesty, nigga. He motherfucking, what he did to motherfucking Eazy-E. That nigga put AIDS in a motherfucking needle and shot Eazy-E up, bro. I swear, I'm telling you.
had him killed because Pac wanted to leave Death Row Records. And one of the most popular theories is that Pac didn't actually die that night, and he's off living in peace somewhere far away from the rap game and all the drama. There's not enough evidence to prove any of the rumors 100% though, and fans will never stop debating about what really went down that night in Vegas. KTS Dre and his brother KTS Vaughn were two of the most feared rappers in Chicago. Their crew, Kill to Survive, had wild beef with...
This the nigga that punched Cairo and McDonald's and shit. That's why Cairo made all them little videos and shit, like motherfucking making fun of this shit. Cause after bruh punched him in the mouth at McDonald's and shit, that shit went viral. So that was the shit that everybody was knowing Cairo about and shit. They thought bruh was a bitch on bro.
It's like NLMB, and last year, street activities caught up to Dre. Dre got arrested for violating his parole, and his fiance posted a $5K bail. Even though he made bail, they ain't let him out till the next day. And Dre's grandma...
They said, bruh, I remember too, they let bruh out of jail, bruh. That shit was all over motherfucking the news and shit, bruh. They let bruh out of jail and shit. And they shot that nigga, I think they shot that nigga up at least like motherfucking, they said some overkill shit, at least over like 60 or some shit, my nigga. Them motherfuckers is out there tripping on bro.
I said met him at the jail to take him home. After Dre was released, the three of them started walking back to their car. That's when two cars pulled up and started letting off shots. Dre's grandma was hitting her knees, and Dre caught an insane amount of 64 shots and died at the scene.
And that shit crazy. I didn't even know his grandma got hit too, you feel me? She was then trying to just pick up her grandson from out of jail and shit, wind up getting shot in the knee and watching her grandson get killed and shit. That shit fucked up.
Crazy attack, even for Chicago. Killing someone right outside of a jail is wild, but the cops still haven't arrested anyone for his death. Rumors say the NLMB was involved, but as of today, nobody knows for sure.
Numbers move you, but some can stop you in your tracks, like the tens of thousands of people who were diagnosed.
Lil Marlo was Lil Baby's best friend and actually got him into the rap game. Both of them are hustling in the streets full time, but one day, Marlo hopped in the booth and he convinced Baby to do the same. Baby took it far in the rap game, but Marlo saw the foot in the streets. He had some buzz in the industry and was signed to Quality Control, but hadn't blown up like his homie Lil Baby yet. 2 years ago, cops found Marlo dead in his car on I-285 in Atlanta. He had been shot multiple times and crashed the whip, but they've never had enough evidence to arrest anyone for his death. After he died, rumors were flying that the hit was meant for Baby and there was a bag on his head. But Baby hopped online and say all of that was cap. It's not clear who took him out, but Marlo was definitely the target. Fortunately,
they had a bag on Baby head. Them shooters and shit, Mustang wasn't really trying to work for that motherfucker. I be seeing bruh stories and shit. That nigga be outside with the Corvette tops off and shit, riding thick as hell through the city, you feel me? If niggas really want to get up with you, you feel me? Them niggas have really got up with him.
Streets behind like Baby. That decision may have led to his tragic death. E-Day was involved with the Chicago drill scene back when Chief Keef was first blowing up.
Man, R.I.P. man, E-Day, motherfucking, all them niggas, the whole 600 L.A. Capone, bro. Growing up, them niggas used to keep me teed up in school, bro. I swear, nigga, motherfucking, all they songs, nigga, they used to go dumb. I used to remember all them shits by heart, bro, I swear.
And putting the wave on the map. But besides rapping, he also rapped 600 and had both feet in the trenches. E-Day was also known for dissing dead ops in his songs, and all the street activity and disrespect caught up to him last year. In August 2021, E-Day was chilling with a girl when two shooters pulled up and started letting off shots. E-Day pushed her out of the way, but he couldn't get to cover and ended up getting shot 22 times. There's tons of rumors about who was behind the hit.
I ain't even know bro got shot 22 times, you feel me? That shit crazy. Cause in the article that they put up before, they ain't never let niggas know how much times bro got hit up. But if bro got shot 20 some times, bro, that shit wicked.
But right now, the case is still open. E-Day and his homies have a lot of beef in the city though, and there's no telling how many people wanted to take him out. Young Mozzie was a rapper from Atlanta who survived getting shot at a Waffle House and tweeted, "God made me bulletproof." But just a few months later, he was caught again and was shot and killed outside of a pizza shop.
That's karma, my nigga. You better take your blessings and keep going, my nigga. Don't mock shit, nigga. Everything happened for a reason.
It's been 5 years, and the cops never made any arrests. But Mozzie's girlfriend, Kat Stacks, said he got backdoored by his own people. According to her, Mozzie's homies called her an hour after he died and told her they were the ones who killed him. There's no evidence to prove her story though, and it don't make any sense to call up the girlfriend of a dude you just murdered and tell her what went down. At this point, it don't seem like Mozzie's family and fans will ever have a concrete answer about what happened to him, but that can always change. LA is one of the most dangerous cities to be a rapper in, and in 2020, an artist named Mac P Dog was shot to death in Koreatown. Mac and a woman were chilling in the neighborhood around 8 p.m. when a shooter walked up and started letting off shots. They both got hit, but unfortunately, Mac's wounds were too severe and he later passed away. The shooter hopped in the vehicle and smashed off, and the cops never found a suspect in the case. Mac was associated with Shoreline Mafia and had tracks with Phoenix Flexin and OGZ. He was grinding hard in the rap game trying to blow up, but he was taken out before he had the chance to really make it. Nobody knows why Mac was killed, but now he's another LA artist who was taken too soon. Bambino Gold and his cousin Kendrick Stokes were seen at a county fair in Alabama together. Gold was a rapper, Stokes was a promoter.
I ain't never hear about these niggas before and shit. Y'all niggas let me know if y'all heard about them and shit. I ain't never seen none of these niggas before.
And they both disappeared at the same time. After they were spotted at the fair, both of them just vanished. Their friends, family, and the cops all started searching immediately. They couldn't find any traces of evidence. Then 2 weeks later, somebody walking on the road saw a body that turned out to be Bambino Gold. Cops knew his cousin was probably close, and they ended up finding his body a few miles away. Cops think they were killed somewhere else and the bodies were dumped in the woods, but they never found any good leads in the case. It's been 5 years since Gold and Stokes were murdered, and the trail.
That shit, wow. Both bodies is out there and shit. I thought bro got backdoored by the other nigga at first, but shit, nah. Motherfuckers had both of them motherfuckers out there. Them motherfuckers damn near had some money on their head or beef with somebody on bro.
completely cold. Maybe one day, there will be a break in the case, but as of today, the mystery is far from over. Lord Scooter was an up-and-coming rapper from Baltimore who was killed back in 2016. He was leaving a charity basketball game promoting peace in the city. Somebody pulled up next to him and started shooting. It turns out that Scooter's homie Fred Catchings might have been the reason Scooter was killed. Just a few hours before Scooter was shot, Catchings allegedly crashed out and shot an op named Devontae Robinson. According to the cops, Robinson survived and his homies went out looking for payback. And when they found Scooter on the road, they ain't hesitate to take him out. One of the main suspects was a dude named Cortez Mitchell. But before he could be charged with Scooter's death, he was shot and killed at a traffic light a few months later. The cops never closed Scooter's case, but it seems like the streets caught the killer before they could. Shooter's shells popped off in the Chicago drill scene when he dropped an NLMB diss track called Death of 150. But just 3 months later, he was—
This what a nigga they be calling tire head and shit, bro. I remember they had a picture of bro head by the tire, bro. His brains everywhere on the motherfucking floor. When I think bro went outside early as hell or some shit in the morning or some shit and got caught lacking, you feel me? Cause I remember Herb and all the motherfuckers was happy as hell and shit on Instagram on bro.
ambushed in broad daylight and taken out by 3 shooters. It's not clear who was behind the hit, but the shooters obviously wanted to send a message. Shells was reportedly shot 15 times in the face, and a photo of the aftermath started going around online. Shells rep Black Mob, who had a major beef with NLMB, but there's no evidence that NLMB was behind the hit. The cops are still investigating the case 5 years later, but at this point, it don't seem like anyone will ever get booked for the shooting. All of these cases are crazy. Hopefully one day, they'll all be solved. Rest in peace to everyone mentioned in this video.
Man, this shit crazy, bro. RIP to everybody that was in this video, you feel me? All this shit wicked. Hopefully they murders and shit gonna solve, but you feel me? Sometimes the killers and shit might already be dead, so half of this shit might never get solved, you feel me? But shit, that's it for the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that shit on bro.
Acting gangster on the internet, guess what, I'm not impressed. It was fluffy first, but the vacuum still made it compressed. On the phone with Lil Bro.